Have you ever heard a sound so haunting it makes the hair on your arms stand up? In Mexico, there's a story, a legend, that feels all too real, whispered along the canals of Xochimilco for centuries. It's the tale of La Llorona, the weeping woman. Picture this: ancient waterways, colorful boats, and a chilling cry that echoes through the night. They say she was once a beautiful woman, but a tragic fate led her to drown her own children in a river, and then, consumed by grief, she drowned herself. Now, her spirit is trapped between the living and the dead, eternally searching for her lost sons. She wanders the riverbanks and canals, her voice a spectral wail, crying out, "Ay, mis hijos, my children." This isn't just an old campfire story. The boatmen, the Chinamparos who have worked these waters their whole lives, have stories that would make you shiver. They talk about quiet, misty nights when the only sound is the lapping of water against their boats. And then, a faint cry begins. They tell you about finding inexplicable wet footprints suddenly appearing on the dry wooden decks of their trajineras, as if someone just climbed out of the water, leaving no other trace behind. Think about that for a second. You're alone on the water, the moon hidden by clouds, and you see wet footprints forming right before your eyes. Who, or what, could have made them? The air grows cold, and a strange, unsettling smell, like damp river weeds and decay, fills your nostrils. It gets even spookier. A few years ago, back in 2019, there was a well-documented account from a man who was out late near the canals. He heard the crying, that unmistakable, sorrowful wail. But instead of running away, his curiosity got the better of him. He decided to follow the sound, his heart pounding in his chest. He pushed through the reeds, the crying getting louder and more desperate. He finally broke through to a small clearing by the water's edge, and what he found was something straight out of a nightmare. There, floating gently on the dark surface of the water, was a soaked, white dress. It billowed in the current as if someone was wearing it, but there was no body inside, just an empty dress. The crying had stopped. The air was dead silent. He called the police, but the official report just listed no suspect. Of course, how could it? Locals have a warning, a chilling piece of advice they pass down through generations. They say, if you hear the cry of La Llorona, you need to pay close attention to how it sounds. If her wail seems loud and close, as if she's right next to you, don't worry too much. It means she's actually far away. But if her cry sounds faint, distant, like a whisper on the wind, that's when you should be terrified, because that means she's right behind you. So, I have to ask you, if you were there on a dark night in Xochimilco and you heard that mournful cry drifting through the fog, what would you do? Would you have followed the sound like that man did? Let me know your answer in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious to see who the brave ones are. Thanks for joining me on this spooky journey. If you love diving into legends and mysteries like this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. You won't want to miss what we explore next.